Hello, everyone. Welcome in. Welcome back. Are we excited to be here? I'm a little excited to be here because I've been busy and not streaming on Tuesday. We're ignoring that. Either way, we are here. We are back. It is now very dark. It is not getting dark. It is dark. I know daylight savings time is coming up. It's less than a month away, but I don't think it's going to make a difference. Daylight savings time is kind of dumb in my opinion, but you know, we're not getting into that. We got other things to talk about. We got other things to do. We got other things to plan. So, if you can't tell by the... What's up, Scuba? Did you want to come say hello? No? Hey. Come here. Whoa. Hi. Are you excited? Are you having a good day? How are you today? Do you want to ask how everyone else is? Nope, you want to go down? What about you? You normally hang out with me longer. How are you today? Are you having a good one? Yeah? So, how are you? How is everyone? I don't know what you're staring at. You've been staring at the ceiling all day. What's up? We were going to be doing some planning. Do you have opinions? Do you want to ask for anything? What were you thinking? Other than going down. Okay, well. We got the cats out. They're having a good day, staring at the ceiling for some reason. I don't know what they are looking at, staring at, looking around for, but you know, that's what they're doing. So I guess we'll let them have it. In the meantime, when I'm not staring at the ceiling like the cats are, where'd you just go? I don't know. They're all over today. They've got a lot of energy. They're really excited about the ceiling. I don't know why, but... Oh, there you are. Hello. Yeah, so... We need to do some planning. We need to do some scheming. I need ideas. Because quite frankly, I ran out of ideas about an hour and a half ago. Which is when I realized I absolutely am going to need help and not just, you know, the occasional suggestion. So, my thoughts here, if you haven't seen the news, we can cover that first. Mostly because I'm going to be promoting the fuck out of it for a while. So, I'm actively pulling this up right now as I'm clicking through a bunch of things that are not what I planned on showing, but you know, I like to keep Discord all over the place. I like to keep folders that are supposed to be closed open and everything else. But we got a charity stream coming up. I have decided to partner with Stack Up. It is a charity that supports veterans' mental health. We are doing a stream on Veterans Day, which is November 11th. We're going to start at noon Eastern time, which is actually 11 for me. You can do the math based off of your own time zones where you're going to be. We got a handful of donation incentives that are showing on the little poster I put together. We have an initial goal of 500, but I'm putting together incentives and rewards and other achievements far past 500. I currently am going up to 2,000 on that list, so don't feel like once we hit 500 is any time to slow down. We need to really make a mark, and I'm really hoping that everyone can help. And I need cat hair off my mic because it's distracting me. But I'm going to be giving more updates, more announcements in the Discord. If you're not in the Discord yet, I highly recommend you are. I can go ahead and throw a command out so you can join it. It's right there. That link is totally good. You'll be able to join in. You'll be able to see all of my announcements. I'm going to be getting together more promotional posters, content, stuff like that. Working on getting ready and geared up for this stream. These donation incentives, you might notice there's no pricing, there's no planning. It's just your quick overview. That is because when I made this poster over the weekend, I was not ready to show off the exact tiers and pricing in it for everything. So, not this Saturday, but next Saturday, I plan to release the link for the donations. You don't have to give me the money. It's going to go directly to the charity, and then it just gets tied under my total amount raised. It's going to be a link specific to me. You'll be able to see my, profile picture and everything there. That is technically ready, but not ready for me to send out. So I'm going to be sending that out in the future. So for now, you guys have a little over a week to save some pennies, put together a couple dollars if you can. If not, I'm not going to feel bad. Just showing up and supporting the stream, whether it be through a lurk or you just pop into chat, or stand in the bathroom and scream like a, kitten who has never seen a toilet before. All of those are viable options. You do not have to monetarily give. Dropping lurks, showing up to stream is more than enough. I plan on having it be a longer stream too. If you notice, based on my normal Saturday schedule, when I do stream, I tend to start around 6 p.m. Eastern time. So we're going to be starting about 6 hours early. I plan to go till about the same time at night, which would be about 10, 11 o'clock Eastern time. So we're going to be looking at like a 10 to 12 hour stream, which is a bit scary for me. I've never gone over 7 hours, but I feel like this is a good way to challenge myself and to challenge my community and challenge everyone associated, including my cat's Patience, who is still screaming. What is it, Scuba? Do you need something? There you are. She is right there. Hi. Did you want to come say hello again? Come here. Yeah. What? Howdy. Let's relax. There's nothing over there other than a bunch of wires that I don't want you getting into, but I know you love. So why don't you just hang out with me? Or panic and run away again. Okay, well. To be fair, she doesn't really like being held for long periods of time. She wants you to pick her up, pet her for like 5 to 10 seconds, and then she's got to go. Whereas someone, on the other hand, really, really enjoys being held and will literally just sit in your arms for long extended periods. But back to this charity stream. Back to something that I have never done before. I've never really helped with a fundraiser past just showing up and volunteering my own time. So trying to plan everything is something different, something new to me. It's honestly a bit scary because I don't know how it's going to go. I've never had to worry about that kind of thing before. But I feel like if I want to become a better streamer and a better content creator and be able to work with brands and companies in the future, whether it be through charity work like this or through sponsorships and things like that, I'm going to need to learn how to work with these companies, and I'm going to need to learn how to do proper planning for streams and not show up 5 minutes after I said I was going to go live, not prepared at all. So we are getting ourselves together. We're getting ourselves set up, and this is going to be the first step. I know I was just showing the poster and all the incentives that were on that page. I have probably twice that, but I do not have everything I need. So let me pull up the fancy dancy sheet here, which hopefully you guys can read no problem. I made the font nice and big, nice and bold, gave it some contrast. If it is too hard to read, let me know. I can always make changes. I can always adjust and play around with it. I just wanted to make sure that it was easily legible for you guys. I wanted to make sure I, right here, am not blocking anything. There's nothing there. And everything's kind of over here. So, the plan is, for every donation, there is something that happens, and when we hit total amounts even farther that way, you can see everything that happens. I still have blank spots I don't know what to put there. And that's where I need community feedback. What do you want? What do you want to see? What do you want to do? Because every time I come up with an idea, I'm like, no, that's kind of a dumb idea. But I've managed to come up with this many ideas, and a lot of them are in fact dumb. But I feel like you would enjoy that level of dumb. So you absolutely do not want to miss this stream. You're going to be watching me do push-ups left, right, and center. I'm not going to be able to feel my arms. I'm not going to be able to feel my legs because I'm doing squats as well. However, imagine after 500 squats how great my ass is going to look. And you see what the reward is for $500 raised. Not to mention if I do 2,000 squats. Think about it. Ponder it over. Absolutely going to be worth your time. 100% going to be. And that's part of the fun of it. You know, we're gonna fuck around. We're gonna find out. I could potentially be bald and doing a bikini stream. How would that not be a great time? I will tell you here and now, it is not going to be a 24-hour bikini stream. Those will be two separate events. Don't get your hopes up. But yeah, I'm not 100% sure what I want to do for the $5 donations, the $20 donations, or like the $8, $900, and $1,750 rewards. So we're gonna have to come up with some ideas. So if you have ideas, by all means, feel free to drop them here. You can throw them in the Discord, which that link is in the chat. If anyone needs it again, you can always use !Discord. That link is always good, will always be good. You can always get to that link, even if I am not live. You can feel free to use the command, or I do have a panel below. You can jump right in to the Discord. There is a help and suggestions channel. I would prefer if you throw them there. If you throw them into the general chat, I will still see it. Don't feel bad. Sometimes it's a little hard to navigate Discords. I understand. As long as you keep it relatively on topic, I don't care where you throw the suggestions. But you can see directly below me various games, activities I was kind of thinking. Fallout New Vegas is kind of tentative. I don't know if I'm going to finish the game before the 11th. I don't think I'm going to. But that will not be the entire stream, regardless of if I am finishing the game or not. I'll only be doing stuff for like maybe 2 to 3 hours at a time. Then we'll take a quick break, go to like a just chatting session, make sure we're all caught up on all of the donation stuff if I've fallen behind, and then go on to the next activity. So if you want to do viewer community games, I have Golf with Friends, Among Us. I can do like Phasmophobia, Dead by Daylight. I have those games. We could also do just like Marbles on stream, or I don't have Jackbox, so probably not Jackbox. But like Gartic Phone, stuff like that. If you want to do like community viewer games and stuff, we can slap that right in the middle of the stream. We can do some early gaming, then we can do community stuff, and then we can go on to potentially streaming with someone else, which I have not ever officially done a collab. I have done some Valorant streaming where all of us were live, or some of us were live and others were streamers, but it's never been like a formalized collab where I, you know, just have someone on stream or we intentionally co-stream at the same time for something. So I know who I want to ask. I've already kind of talked to them about it tentatively. But that has not been confirmed, so no promises there that could happen. And yeah, if there's other stuff you want to see, other stuff you want me to do on stream, feel free to chime in, feel free to make suggestions. I know Five Nights at Freddy's has been suggested, so that could potentially be done. We will have to see. If there's enough interest within the community, I'm willing to do anything. I want this stream to be fun, lighthearted, and just a good way to bring everyone together, potentially bring in some new viewers from other channels who do not plan on streaming during that time, and just have fun. What kind of fun is worth $5 though? I don't know. I really don't know. Like, my one thought is to just get like a really big like piece of poster and have it on the wall back here and write names on it. The problem is that's kind of far away, in which case if it was closer, you'd be able to read the names a little easier. But I don't really have a way to hold anything up other than just using like another chair in my apartment. So it's possible I do that. It wouldn't be too hard. It wouldn't be the worst thing to just like buy a whiteboard either, because then I can use it on stream and use it for other things and draw stuff and just be silly goofy with it. It can be usable for redeems, usable for random stuff. So I just might pick up a whiteboard. I was gonna say about yay big, but my hands are not visible. I don't know. You see where the elbows are? Out about that wide. Boom. Boom. Like literally kind of. I know it doesn't really give perspective, but this is like, I don't know. I want to say like 4 feet, maybe 4.5 feet. And then this is about 3 feet. A little less than that. So potentially getting a whiteboard and using that and just say, you know, $5 gets your name on the board, gets you, you know, the shout out. Whether you want it to be for your own stream or just your name. I don't care. I don't mind giving people shout outs. They're fun, especially now that I have a working button for it. So we will potentially be doing that. It wouldn't be too hard. I got plenty of time to find a whiteboard. Name on white board with SO. Shout out, not significant other. Unless you'd rather shout out your significant other, then by all means, donate $5. Give them a shout out. Other than that, like, what should I do for 20? I don't know what I should be doing for 20. And that's a bit of a challenge for me to decide. And the plan with I should specify where it says wheel spin, that means all of the other, like obviously it'll still be 15 push-ups, 15 squats, but all of these other options are going to be on a wheel, and you can spin the wheel and play the lottery. If you're trying to get one of those fancier, more expensive redeems and you don't want to spend $75 or $100, you could pay $15 and potentially get it. Welcome to the gacha system. I thought that was a good idea, especially because like 15's not much in terms of what you could get that's worth less than 15. There's very few things, but I also got to think about like how much this is all going to cost me, because like soy sauce and eggs and wax strips, I'm going to have to make sure I have that ahead of time. Same thing for like the display, it's going to cost me money. If it's a game I don't have, that's going to cost me money. I plan to give away a game code for Dredge. I know that game was quite popular around here, quite popular over on my YouTube channel. So I plan to give away a game copy. A digital, it'll be a Steam key. Don't get too excited. I'm not mailing anything. So I have to think about how much this stuff is all going to cost me and how much I would want to see raised for charity in order to make it work, in order to make it feasible. Some of this is free, like shaving my head. I can do that for free. I have nail clippers, or not nail clippers, hair clippers over in the bathroom. I can just go grab them right now and shave my head if I wanted to, but I would not like to. You know, I finally have like a nice solid ponytail going. The hair's a gorgeous color, especially in the summer when it, bleaches out a little bit. I quite like my hair this length. I'd prefer not to lose it. But if you guys want to see me in a bikini, like you've seen my background, I got plenty of room for a little kiddie pool. Hello. You want to get up here? Yeah. How nice of you. So, I could easily do it. I got plenty of room. The cats will probably not be happy with the fact that I am sitting in a, puddle of water. But, if it's for the bit, if it's for charity, if it's a reward for all of you guys being charitable, I have no problem doing that. I think it'd be a lot of fun. So, as for what could slot into like the 800, the 900, the 1750, I'm not sure. I could always change the 700 to 750 and then just have it jump from 600 to 750 to 1000. I'd prefer not to. I want to have rewards in those slots. Same thing for going from 15 to 25. I feel like 20 is a very common dollar amount that people could potentially donate. So I want something right at that 20 mark. But I don't know what to put there. The other option is bump the wheel spin to 20 and then come up with something for 15. But I feel like the more things that are cheaper than the wheel spin could potentially discourage people from wanting to spin the wheel. I don't know. We're thinking thoughts. And I'm just kind of talking out loud, and I'm talking out loud. Of course I'm talking out loud. I'm just kind of thinking out loud. And now I'm not thinking at all. The brain turned off. $20. I mean, $20 is $20. But that's not going to happen on stream. Just saying. So I'm gonna have to come up with something else. Same thing for activities on stream. Same thing for 800, 900, 1750. I don't know exactly what I want to do. I'm not 100% sure. But maybe, just maybe, I come up with something. Because if I can at least come up with like a $20, I can, put this together. Essentially, from here up, all this, I can put that all together and have something to put out. Obviously, the total dono I'll have to come up with, which also includes that bad boy. Because the display purchase, I've ordered custom displays in the past. I have no problem doing it again. It's not expensive. It costs about the same. It is the same as a regular display. So, like I said, we got to come up with something. Or if we can fill out this whole section, I can get that put together and get that sent out. Ideally, I want to be able to finish some of these. It seems like coming up with a 20 is going to be a lot easier than an 800 and 900 and a 1750. Like, this is everything I had written down plus a bit more. And like I said, my brain's kind of just run out of ideas. So I'm not 100% sure. Does anyone have ideas? I'm quite stuck. Yeah, no, I really have no idea what to put for this stuff. I was trying to look up ideas, and I don't know. I might have to just poke around in some other streams and see what people have for like punishments and like various channel point redeems. Because right now, the one thought I have is read a fanfic. But I don't know. Is that worth $20? I guess it depends on the length and how weird it gets. I'm gonna throw a little question mark on that bad boy, just so I don't think it's a done deal, you know? I don't know. At some point, I'm just gonna have to make a commitment. But I kind of want to sit on this and think. Do some scheming, do some thoughts, think it through. I don't know. Because at what point do I just because realistically, if it's the way I'm kind of mentally thinking this through, the first of these, donations that is going to actually cost me money is the soy sauce shot, because I have to, make sure I buy soy sauce. I have a little bit, I think, but it also is probably well over a year old, and I should not drink that, so I'll have to buy more regardless. Same thing for eggs. I mean, I'm just gonna have to go buy eggs eventually regardless. Like 2 weeks, trust me, I'm gonna be going through eggs. I tend to go through probably a dozen a week, so I'll just make sure I get extra eggs right before. Like the wax strips, I can get those ahead of time as well. So like these 3 things are actually gonna, cost me money out of pocket, but like that's free. That's probably free. Maybe free. So realistically, the $20 one should be free as well. To me, at least. So I need to come up. I need ideas. I need to think. But I am not one for great thinking. Especially when I have to, keep myself talking, so stream is a little more interesting. And then it just becomes a constant, string and strand and brain dump of the exact same thought. Just kind of playing on a loop. And it just keeps going and going. I don't know. Because the way I kind of think and have this thought out is even if you donate $1, something happens. Because there's 1 push-up and 1 squat for every $1 donated. So if you donate $4, you get 4 push-ups, 4 squats. You donate 5, then you get your name on the board. If you donate 7, you get, 5 would be 5 push-ups, 5 squats, and name on the board. If you donate $7, it's 7 push-ups, 7 squats, and name on the board. If you donate $10, it's 10 push-ups, 10 squats, and the 5-minute drawing in Microsoft Paint, where I have to use my mouse, which means it's not going to go well. Because I thought about trying to do it with my iPad and the stylus, The problem is I have no easy way to get my iPad screen onto my stream as an input. I tried messing around with it before in the past, and it never worked. So, I don't know. Hey, Kev Taco, how are you doing today? I'm doing good. We are in the middle of trying to come up with ideas and having no ideas whatsoever. We're trying to piece together all of the donation, like, rewards, punishments, everything for my charity stream that's coming up on the 11th of November. Right now I'm debating, is read a fanfic worth $20? Pink Cooley, welcome in. You'll save a few dollars for this. Thank you so much. I'm really trying to figure this out right now. Do you guys think paying $20 to make me read a fanfic on stream is worth $20? Knowing that the $20 goes to charity, it's not going to me. It's a completely separate link. I never see the money. Would that be worth $20? Depends how vulgar, humiliating. That's the fun part. You would get to pick. I'm not going to pre-Google this shit. No. I'm going in blind. You guys get to have the fun picking out what I'm about to read. For just $20. Sounds fun. Exactly. It might be, yeah. Or you could pay $15, spin the wheel, and end up with read a fanfic. Then you just saved yourself $5 and now have to frantically Google for fanfics. The deals, exactly. Like, imagine spinning the wheel and hitting the $100 reward. You get to drink, I get to drink the raw egg, and you get to pick one other thing I do. Which I should also specify, this access to the sub member channel on Discord, that doesn't exist yet. I plan on turning that on when I turn on YouTube memberships. And that's when all of my unlisted videos and everything in Discord are going to get or no, the ones that are currently out are going to stay public to anyone in the Discord, but all the new content is going to be only available to people who are subscribed on Twitch, people who are members on the YouTube channel, or you can happen to get your way in through a charity stream. I plan on having a channel point redeemed for it. It's just not going to be cheap. It's going to be like probably 200 or 250,000 channel points. So you'd be able to grab that real quick. And then in terms of the total donations, all the way on the far right side of the screen, we got some fun stuff in here. If and when we hit 400, we got to get to 500. Cooley, have you looked at 2,000? Because remember, that's after 2,000 squats as well. This ass is going to look fantastic in a bikini. I'm just saying. Not to mention, I'll be bald and in a bikini. Is that not an incentive? Plus, merch will be available for you guys to buy as I stand around and stream in a bikini while bald. I don't know. I think it's fun. I'm trying to come up with ideas. So if we're kind of thinking the fanfic could work, we also need to come up with these 3 spots. What could potentially be worth a total amount of $800, $900, and $17.50? Because I am not sure. I kind of ran out of ideas, and that's why we're streaming this. That way I can ask other people. You're not creative enough? I came up with this much, you can't come up with one? That's a bummer. But no, I'm genuinely stuck on 1,700 feet reveal. I mean, is that worth 1,750 or is that more of like an 800? because it's well established on stream. I am always wearing socks. I always got them bad boys on. I go out of my way to make sure I put on socks before stream. And no, is it not worth $17.50? Or is it not worth $800? I don't know. I don't know. I'm definitely gonna have the grippers out for a bikini stream though, if we make it that far. I was kind of thinking for like maybe the 800, instead of picking a specific game, you can pick a franchise and I'll have to play my way through it. But depending on the franchise, that could either be well underpriced or way overpriced. I don't know. You kind of see how the thought process is here. Like, I feel like I could potentially way oversell playing a game franchise if the games are like only take like a couple hours and they're really quick and easy. But then also if you hit me with something like Dark Souls, I don't think I'd ever finish playing through all the Dark Souls games. I don't think I'd be able to finish the first Dark Souls. I am so bad at those types of games. In which case, 800 is far too little. IRL stream? You want me to go walk around a fucking cornfield? I live in the middle of nowhere. There's nothing around here for me to IRL stream. No, I live out in the cornfields of central Illinois. I'm not in some cool city I could go walk around. Unfortunately, the IRL stream, I don't think would work. Maybe having tiers on indie, AA, AAA games. I just said pick the next game. It can be whatever. I have no preference to like what I play on stream. As long as it's something I'm enjoying, I have no problem playing it. If I'm not enjoying it, I'm going to make you guys, you know, have to pay a little more. But like, in terms of a game review, I wanted that one a little more expensive because that is a much bigger time commitment and the YouTube channel is a little more professional, unlike stream where I make dick jokes and swear and could potentially be showing up in a maid dress and a bikini. So, you know, it's kind of, that's why I didn't want to do like a tier system to it. I just wanted to make sure the YouTube and indie game review is a little more expensive. The Minecraft server relaunch, I kind of want to happen. Because I had a server. True, kind of funny that I ended up during this planning because I have a recommendation for a game. Absolutely. I'm not going to put a specific game in this list, but Kevtaku, if you are in my Discord, or if you want to join my Discord, I have a help and suggestions channel if you want to throw it in there, because if you say it in a Twitch chat, I am going to forget the second I stop stream. So let me get you this. If you want to jump into my Discord, you can throw the game suggestion in there. Though it's only a demo at the moment, that's fine, by all means. Potentially it's a demo I've already played. I have played quite a few demos. I play demos all the time trying to find new indie games. But by all means, if you want to jump into the Discord, if you don't have Discord, you can always just whisper it to me on Twitch. But Discord is much easier for me to keep track of everything and me to keep track of it, all various game recommendations. Because that's where a lot of the kind of planning and scheming I do behind the scenes with others, because I do talk to a handful of other people that also are kind of in the indie space, and we kind of bounce ideas off each other. We share our lists around. I've managed to get a couple people onto games I really liked, and I've managed to find games. Shave eyebrows. If anything, I'd want that to be more expensive than head. Because if I gotta show up to work on a Monday with no eyebrows, That's going to be a hard one to explain. That would be a very challenging one. Sharpie them. Do you see this hair color? I don't think a Sharpie's going to be able to get away with, you know, trying to recreate like a dark ginger. I don't think it's going to work that well. And if anything, that's going to get more questions. But you've shaved your head at that point. That's the thing. A lot of... True. I could, you know, just the full bald. Maybe. Because remember, I also have to show up to work that next Monday and pretend none of this ever happened. I have to pretend I wasn't drinking raw eggs all Saturday. I have to pretend I didn't take shots of an entire bottle of soy sauce. Do I have any piercings? I do not have piercings. I have 2 tattoos. If I were to get a piercing, my mother might kill me. Nor am I about to do it unprofessionally in my own apartment. I'd be going somewhere for that. But I have thought about it. Like a single ear, I have thought about it. A handful of times. I've never committed to it, but I've thought about it. And I mean, if I take it out fast enough, it wouldn't be permanent. It'll close up if you don't like it. Yeah, I mean, that was kind of the thought I was starting to have. I was like, if I decide I don't like it or I don't want it or any of that, I could always take it out as long as I commit fairly quickly. You won't even see a scar, scab, any of that. It's definitely more expensive than shaving a head. And I mean, I can move these around if I wanted to, but like bikini, I'm kind of hard locked at 2,000. Shave head, I'm hard locked at 500. Maid outfit, I'm hard locked at 500. Is $17.50 sound like a good price to get an ear pierced? Or ears pierced? Is that even the right spelling? That does not look like the right spelling at all. Hot tub float. No, if I'm doing the bikini stream, I am absolutely just going to put like a kiddie pool right here in my apartment. Fill it with water, like dump like a pot or two of boiling water in it so it starts fairly warm. Shift others down, put piercing at 1,500. So swap these two. I'm gonna do the lazy out and not. I didn't think this through. Undo. I create. There we go. So like this. But yeah, no, like the hot tub, like the bikini stream is absolutely going to be in a kiddie pool right there. I might, you know, maybe not there, maybe like here. Like I can move this camera around pretty easily. We can just point it down to the ground. We can point it up at the ceiling. Like it's not hard stuck. This camera moves very easily. And now you guys are crooked. I am sorry. Also, if anyone got motion sickness from that, I should have warned you. I tend to be pretty good about when I move the camera. Ignore my box of Cheerios. I was intentionally trying to keep that off stream. I wasn't snacking on Cheerios last night. Why would you accuse me of something like that? But yeah, no, like I've thought about it. Like I can absolutely do it. Not to mention I have another camera up here, which I am not about to turn on because this desk is an absolute mess right now. But I do have another camera that I could always move around. I have a tripod. Like, there's plenty of length for me to just like get the camera like over here and have it at me. The big thing would be the microphone, which this is USB-C, isn't it? Yeah, it is. Okay. In which case I could take it off the mic stand, and then there's just like a normal regular screw. So I could like move, I could very easily move the mic. I just need to make sure I have a long enough USB-C cord. I could easily move a camera. My keyboard is not wireless, so that'd be like the one kind of hindering factor. Same thing for my mouse. But like, that sounds like a future problem. I could easily figure those out just through, you know, USB extensions. That way I could still have some control over my stream. Kiddie pool easy. Exactly. Like, everyone knows December's the time to buy bikinis and kiddie pools. What about a cooking stream? Bake a cake? Ooh. I'd have to buy some really long extension cables to get to my kitchen, but I could. Like, this is my bedroom. My bed's literally off frame right here. Kitchen is the opposite side of the apartment, so I'd either have to run that stream off my laptop, or I just got to get some decent extension cables for USB stuff. But I could do that. I worked in a restaurant for 6.5 years. Why did I not think of that? I actually really like that idea. USB extensions are fairly cheap as well, especially because this is a $20 webcam off of Amazon. I don't need to spend a lot of money on that. I probably won't use this mic. This is a pretty good mic and kind of inconvenient to have to move and wire up. I have my old mic. It's not great, but I could get away with it. And then I have, you know, laptop, iPad, phone to be able to watch, chat and everything, and be able to control stream remotely. I'm thinking cooking stream. Maybe not baking a cake. Maybe I just, you know, do like a full meal. Maybe I do a cake. Maybe I do something else. But I like the idea of cooking stream. I could always put the what we cook up to the community. You know, ask in my Discord ahead of time, give them a couple options, and then let them pick. And it doesn't have to be a cake. Exactly. I'm saying I can just kind of give that decision off to the Discord and let them decide, and say, if you guys want me to, you know, bake a cake, if you want me to, you know, cook like a full dinner, if you want me to, you know, try a recipe I've never tried before live on stream, making something like completely from scratch, I could do that as well. Makes sense? Exactly. And it keeps up with the community engagement, which I'm really bad at. I need to be more active on my own Discord. I just feel really awkward and bad when I'm the only person talking. So hopefully we can get some new homies in there, some new conversations going, and then you guys can make me cook or bake something that I'm going to absolutely embarrass myself if and when we hit $900. And then we just need to come up with an 800. Or I can move the cooking to 800. I'm not... That one I'd be okay doing at 800, depending on the other idea we come up with. So... I don't know. But I definitely like the cooking stream. That's a good one. I also got to come up with a clever role in Discord for what it's going to be called. Because I would... My thought is, if I do additional charity streams in the future, it would be a different role for donators. And then you can collect all those different roles over time. And then you can kind of, you know, flex how long you've been around. I think that'd be really cool. But as for what else I could say, or what else I could do, we need one more idea. Pinky, you were on a roll there with the cooking stream. The pierced ears, I'm kind of on the fence about. but I think you're on a roll now. You got the momentum. Keep them coming. Spit any idea. Spit it out. What are you thinking? What are we thinking? Anyone else, if you have ideas. I am not, stuck on just listening to one person. 500 dressed like a clown, 800 made. Hang on. I have an idea. The cats are about to attack my closet because I'm not about to shut them out. Hear me out for half a second. No. Hear me out for half a second. I own a mermaid tail. Also, no. You don't belong in the closet. Clothes belong in the closet, and you don't wear those. I've mentioned the fact that I have a mermaid tail multiple times, and no one ever believes me. That's the first time I've ever pulled it out. I also have a pirate costume in there. I've worn that on stream before. What? What are you staring at? But no, I absolutely own a mermaid tail. I don't know what I'd wear, on top, because that feels a little more bikini stream. Would require a seashell bra. I got rid of the seashell bra I had because it just wasn't comfortable. It did not fit my tit size, at all. Which, to be fair, I went to Spirit Halloween and I was just walking around looking for the seashell bra. I'm pretty sure I got the kid size because them shits covered nothing and were not comfortable for a full-grown man. Who would have guessed? Clamshell bras, not built for men. Unlike maid dresses, which are a gender-neutral outfit, and I will stand by that argument. I'm too lazy to push that back against the door. Also, the mermaid tail would be kind of hard to show on stream unless I'm way back here the entire stream, just kind of chilling with my legs out. Ugh. Which I could do. It would just be really inconvenient for me. It would be a normal stream. Yeah. It would not. There's no way I'd be able to just get away with sitting here in the mermaid tail and it being, different. You wouldn't know. There have been numerous streams that I've gone live and I'm wearing a nicer shirt and just straight up pajama pants. Granted, I kind of moved away from that because for the longest time I would stream in whatever I wore to work. So I'd be wearing polos or short sleeve button down, stuff like that. And then I was kind of watching other people stream and I'm no one bothers to wear that on stream. I can get away with my old high school, senior year of high school, swim and dive hoodie. I can get away with a t-shirt assuming it's clean, doesn't look super rough. Elephant toothpaste with cats. I also feel for $800-900 that's very expensive. What about drunk driving stream? I have a wheel and pedal setup. I play racing games all the time. I've wanted to buy Trucking Simulator for a really long time. Do a drunk driving stream every time someone gifts subs or enough bits. Take a drink. And then also have a channel point redeem because I don't want to, semi-truck sim. I'd probably do the racing as well. Just driving a truck, that's too easy. Let me bang in lap times. with a beer in my hand. Like, I literally have my wheel and pedal like on my desk. And that would not be inherently expensive for me. I, have alcohol. I already have, the racing games. I plan on buying Trucking Sim anyway. I've just been trying to hold out for it to go on sale. The one time it went on sale, it was only like a 5% discount. I didn't like, that price. I want to get those like juicy Steam sales when everything hits like 50, 60, 70% off. That's when I buy games. Like Fallout New Vegas, I bought for $5. Portal 2, which I already had for Xbox, but it was available on Steam for 99 cents. Picked that shit up. Steam Day is in November? Maybe. I tend to watch for like summer sale, and then I know they do Black Friday. So possibly Black Friday is Steam Day, in which case it would be like late November. Go away. So Thanksgiving's going to be the 23rd, so probably like 24th to 26th would be when that is on. That's my hunch. That's my suspicion. But I know they tend to do a really big sale right around then, and they tend to do a really big sale in the summer. Also, ads are about to start soon. I am so sorry. There's nothing I can do about it now. I would snooze it. They're not going to be forever. Unless you're already in ads, and that's just behind. I don't know. Either way, I'm kind of liking the drunk driving stream. So I might move you to here. How do I type this so it doesn't sound bad? Maybe drinking game plus game, so viewers pay for shots. Yeah, that's what I was thinking. Boom. Now you've got the ad. Okay, it's fine. I am so sorry to those who have to watch ads. You can't even hear me right now. You can just kind of if you're on desktop, you can see me kind of over in the corner going like, ooh, but you can't hear me. Oh, you're back. Yeah, hi. We weren't talking shit about people who have to watch ads. I was just saying if you're on desktop, I was probably in the corner. Kind of up there somewhere. But yeah, I was saying I wanted to come up with a more proper way to word it than saying a drunk driving stream, because that just feels unprofessional. And I feel like that would be a little less expensive for me to set up and everything, because like the community Minecraft server, that's going to be like a reoccurring cost for me, which I had one before. It's just no one really ever played on it. I never really even played on it, so it was like, why am I paying? So I shut it down and I said we'll bring it back eventually when we have a larger, bigger community. So 800 is your incentive. It was 700. We moved it to 800. Drinking stream right there. And then, yeah, like you were saying, have it be every time someone like gifts a sub is a sip. Every time someone gifts bits, it's a sip. And then I'll create like a temporary channel point redeem. And then like 500 channel points or like 750 channel points is a drink as well. Because I don't believe in hard locking content and the ability for people to interact with the stream behind a paywall. So I'll have the option to be able to spend more if you don't have the channel points, but I think that could be really good. I like the total dono goals. I like those. Fanfic, on the other hand, I still feel is a little overpriced. But at the same time, I've seen some of the shit that's out there. Including piercing. That's the one thing I'm on the fence about. But at the same time, I realistically think 500 is going to be the upper limit of how much I raise. So to do 3 times that, I'd be willing to get the ears pierced. Whether or not I leave them is kind of up in the air. And I might intentionally wait to pierce the ears until after Thanksgiving. That way, I have like a month before I go home, like to my hometown and visit my parents again, to either commit to it or take them out and let everything heal. But I'd say for $1,500, which is 3 times the maximum amount I realistically think is going to happen, I'd be willing to spend the money to get the piercing. Like, again, I know I'm a fairly small streamer. I don't get many viewers. And I feel like 500 is a bit of a stretch for like the community size that I currently have. However, I know some other... If we hit 5,000, we'll talk. If we hit 5,000, we'll talk. We'll come up with something that's worth $5,000. Not necessarily that, but if we hit 5,000, we'll talk. Realistically, I think we're going to end up somewhere in the 3 to 500 range. It really depends how much other content creators, because I know some other streamers who are not planning on streaming during this time frame, trying to just saying oh, I can retweet your stuff and I can let people know you're doing a charity stream. People love to stop by for charity streams, even if they've never seen the streamer before, if it's a charity they care about or if it's a cause they care about, or even just to check out clearly this person is not only in it for their own money, they're trying to make a difference, create a change. I'll stop by, see who this is. So I think 500's a realistic goal. That's what I set the actual fundraising campaign to for 500. However, I have seen many times in the past where people do these, celebration streams where they have, sub, tiers, and it gets blown out of the water so fast they don't know, or they don't have enough time to think about what the next goal could be. So I have instead Mr. Beast gonna dono. If that's the case, he can just tell me exactly what he wants from stream. He can pick exactly what happens. If you're gonna come in with a several $1,000 donation for my fundraising campaign, I will let you personally decide what I do. Obviously, there's gonna be limits. Those donos stack. Yeah, so if we hit $500. I will recreate the TikTok, likely during the stream. I will give away the Dredge game code during the stream. I will let chat pick what the next game I'm going to play as a multiple kind of stream series. And we will be getting a disc plate that they decide. God forbid we hit 2,000, because then I have a bikini stream. I have a 24-hour stream, and I have a maid outfit stream, and a drinking stream. So, yeah, would be awesome. Yeah, again, those are going to be 4 separate streams. I am not doing them all at once. Though it would be really funny if I got a maid outfit lingerie, called it a bikini, sat in a kiddie pool playing a driving simulator for 24 hours while also cooking. So there's 5 specific streams. Yeah, while drinking. So I would be drinking in French maid lingerie while cooking, sitting in a kiddie pool, trying to drive on a simulator. I don't think that's gonna be possible as a single stream. For safety, drink after cooking. No. Fuck safety. We're gonna be drinking and driving. Safety, we threw out the window. This ain't OSHA. What are they gonna do? Come into my home? We don't respect OSHA in this household. I will stand on a chair, goddammit. But yeah, like obviously they're gonna be different streams. But like that would give like the next like 2 months for me. Like I would essentially do like maybe like every other Saturday I do one of those streams, or even possibly every Saturday. But because it's going to be, the stream is going to be on the 11th. So then there's the next week, which is the 18th, and then there's Thanksgiving, and then there's 3-4 weeks until you hit Christmas. So charity stream on the 11th. I could do one of the special streams on the 18th. Then we have Thanksgiving weekend. Could do a special stream, could do a special stream, could do a special stream. Gonna be out of town. And then we're into January. So 1, 2, 3. I could get 4 of them done before the end of the year. And then the last one would have to be some other time. Which the 24-hour stream? Yeah, I don't want to commit to the 24-hour during like Christmas, New Year's. I'd probably time the 24-hour stream to be in between US Thanksgiving and Christmas. Probably stick it that 3rd week in there. Because I know right around the holidays, other people travel as well, and they're with family. And if I'm going to do like one of the bigger streams, like a 24-hour stream, I wouldn't want to do it during that time frame. The other option is save the 24-hour till after January and run it on a weekend when I work Friday, work Monday. So I'd start stream Saturday, end stream Sunday, show back up to work Monday morning. Oh boy. That would be painful for me. Very entertaining for everyone else, but painful for me to get through. But I'm willing to do it. I don't care. I think it'd be fun. A challenge and fun. See, I definitely think the total donos is good. I am content with this. Move fanfic to 10 and move the other 2 down. I definitely feel 20 is too much for fanfic. 10 sounds a lot better than the 5-minute drawing for 15. And then the wheel spin would be 20, in which case there's 3 things that you could end up kind of losing out on. And then you'd have all this. What is that, 6? 5 things that you end up. 15 is a pretty standard commission for a 5-minute drawing. You haven't seen me try to do Microsoft Paint, have you? I don't think my work is worth 15. Even when I use my iPad and spend about 3 hours, I don't think my art is worth 15. But it is for charity, so I can have a markup. So this one would be read a fanfic with no question mark. This would be I can type. 5-minute drawing, and then you are wheel spin. Sell it as an NFT after. I mean, I could. The plan was kind of along the lines of I would draw whatever the donator says. They can pick. They tell me then and there, draw this, and then I have 5 minutes to go and do it. And then I'll either create a Discord channel or just drop it into like my general chat on Discord and be like, here's the drawing. Yeah, obviously within TOS. I'm not gonna sit there and like list out, you know, you can't, like, especially when I've seen other people do stuff like this. Like it's fairly standard that they just say something like really out of pocket and unhinged. And they never really try to push limits. You know, these are people who are willing to donate to charity. We're not talking about the lowest of the low. We're talking about like 2 tiers above that. Because you got to remember, this is a Twitch chat and a streamer that tends to be a bit of a degenerate. Like this entire stream, I've literally had like the tail of an anime girl showing. I am not about to minimize this tab because it's only like her waist down on this monitor. The upper monitor has like an actual face. I can assure you that. But yeah, this is not exactly the most wholesome channel, if you haven't noticed yet. Yeah. Like, keep in mind, this is the same person who's willing to do a maid stream, who's willing to shave their head and do a bikini stream. So what all is on the wheel? So the wheel is going to be everything else. So you're looking at all this. So if you pay 20, you get to run the gacha system of which of these you end up with. So if you pay $20, spin the wheel, and you get fanfic, that's on you. That's the luck. That's how it played out. But if you pay $20, spin the wheel, and hit 100, that means I drink a raw egg, and you get to choose one of these other things. So in theory, you could hit this one. And the higher ones have smaller sections. I'll probably make them slightly smaller, but I'm not going to make them too much smaller. Like this part of the wheel is probably going to be like 75% of it. Or maybe like 60% of it. Like 2/3 of it will be all this. And the other third will be like the cheaper stuff. And then like these two will be smaller than these 3, but they're not going to be like little wedges that you got to like hit a lottery. It's going to be fairly balanced. I'll play around with it and testing and like verify that like I'm not going to have to like buy 3 dozen eggs. But I know you can buy boxes of 60 at Walmart. That's what I was worried about. Yeah. So like I'll play around with it and test it and make sure that like the high value ones aren't going to hit too often, which like I don't really care if like the 75, like the access to the sub member channel, hits more often. Like that's really free on my end. Like that's just going to get you into a separate section of the Discord when I eventually make it. And you're going to be able to bypass having to pay for a subscription on Twitch or a membership on YouTube to be able to view like the vlog content and everything I'm making, which right now it's all free anyway. So like I don't plan on monetizing. So 75 all time. Yeah, 75 I would give you a custom like Discord role. So you essentially you'd pay the 75 and then you'd never have to pay that again. You never have to subscribe. You never have to join the membership. So after like a year and a couple months, what is it? 75 divided by 5. That'd be 15. So after 15 months, you end up making money on the deal. Really depends how long you feel like sticking around. Plus, the money goes to charity, not me. It's not like you're giving me 75. You're giving charity 75. I give you the free access. So yeah, the way I would set it up is you just get a custom Discord role that would then also be included in the access. So like if I just pull up Discord, right now there's like Twitch subscriber, which I'm not going to click on the name and dox them. So if you subscribe on Twitch, it automatically gives you that role. And then you can, and then right now it gives you nothing, but it gives you a slightly different colored name. Once I add YouTube memberships, it's going to be the same way. There's integrations to be able to do it. I just have to connect my YouTube channel to Discord or to my Discord server, and then I can grab anyone who pays for the membership. If they're in the Discord and they have their YouTube linked to their account, it automatically gives them the role. And then I'll have a third role for people who either buy their way in through a charitable donation, or I plan on doing a channel point redeem for like 250,000 points to be able to get that role. And then those 3 roles would be able to access that content and chat amongst the cool kids, which right now there are no cool kids. But like I said, the thought's there. I am setting stuff up to be able to do it. Until I turn on the YouTube memberships, I didn't want to bother making that section. But yes. I'm liking the single dono now. $10 to read a fanfic sounds like a fair price to pay. Not to mention, if you want me to then read a second fanfic, you just donate another $10. And then I do 10 more push-ups, I do 10 more squats, I end up slightly out of breath and have to read about this fanfic. Like, I think that sounds like a great deal for $10. The wheel spin for 20 on the Gamba. I think that works well. So now activities and games. I said Fallout New Vegas is kind of tentative. I don't know if I'm going to finish the game before the stream or not. I don't think I'm going to. And then I can do golf with friends or some other kind of viewer, included game. 2,000 push-ups and squats during the single stream. Yeah, so like the stream is going to start at noon Eastern time. And I plan on having it go till about like 10, 11 o'clock Eastern time. And again, these are donations that only happen during the stream. So if someone comes in and donates, $300 like the day before the stream, you still get this and it counts towards that 2,000, but I don't have to do the push-ups. So there's a chance I don't have to do the full 2,000. But no, I would be very sore for like the next week. It would be awful. Yeah, so essentially whatever game I'm currently playing, which should be New Vegas, we could do golf with friends or some other kind of, viewer chatter included game. So I have golf with friends, Among Us, like Phasmophobia, Dead by Daylight. I have Raft. Games like that where I can get, other people on who aren't necessarily streamers, collabers. It's just whoever happens to be around and wants to play. We could do like Gartic Phone, stuff like that. This Portal 2 co-op, I've already kind of talked to like a specific streamer about potentially collabing to do the co-op. And I ended up with cat hair in my mouth and I can't get it out. I don't have official confirmation of when we want to do that. Pocket Leaves, not Pocket Leaves. Someone else. But like, I don't have official confirmation on if and when we're going to do the Portal 2 co-op. I can see if they want to do it on this day, but there's no guarantee. And then just chatting sessions where I just kind of hang out with everyone. If chat starts moving really quick, if we have to start just like going through the donations and other stuff, I have no problem just switching it to just chatting and we just hang out and talk. and I watch everyone make fun of me for, the next hour while I try to keep up with the donations. I'm fine with that. I have no gripe against that. Realistically, I'm not going to be able to set up like cooking stream or any of that, like where I'd have to move cameras and everything around prior to stream. But if there's other ideas or like a specific game that I've already stated I want to play, like if I go back to one of the indie games I've played before and try to speedrun it and see how fast I can go. Like if I do the giveaway Dredge game code. Like if we're doing that, I can load up Dredge and say I am choosing the winner when I beat this game. Because I could realistically get through that game in about 45 minutes to an hour. I could get to the end of the game. So maybe Dredge speedrun. Maybe. I feel like that could work if I tie it in with the giveaway. Because I'd be in the game category. Charity stream, Dredge giveaway, speedrun, or giveaway ends when speedrun, finishes. Something like that. I kind of like that idea. Now I really hope we get to the $300. Marbles, yeah, that would fall under like viewer game, like games with viewers. I just have golf with friends written out because I was watching other streamers play golf with friends last night and was cackling at it. But just other viewer games. I'll just include it definitively as other viewer games. Marbles. There we go. Also, I don't have to come up with this many ideas. I just didn't know how many, spots to make. So I just figured that many. I also did a bad job of trying to frame myself. I thought I was a bit lower. I guessed. But at least everything's visible. There's nothing over here. It just becomes white and, burns more retinas. Same thing for down here. That could work. I'm enjoying this. I think we made some good progress here. Now I just got to turn this into pretty graphics and not, Google Sheet. I'm content with this. I think we might stick with this. I think we're going to commit to this. Looks good. I think it looks good. Especially considering the amount of stuff I'm probably not going to end up having to do. But yeah, now you can see it a lot better. I have plenty of room for a kiddie pool. Like I can just like, even with the headset still on, like this is a 10-foot cable, and I still got like another 4 or 5 feet because this is in the way. Are you on the ground floor? I am not on the ground floor. I'm technically on the 3rd floor because our basement is a walkout. So flooding concerns. I'll be careful. I'll let you worry about it. Exactly. I got this. It'll be fine. I'm not gonna fill the kiddie pool. Just, you know, enough water that I can kind of like splash in it a little bit. You know, just kind of, you know, pat by my thighs and up, 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 up. You know? Plus, because the camera will be tipped down more, you'll be able to see a lot more cats in the video. So, how many cats? I have 2. One's on the bed right now, the other one's right there. We got Boulder, who's the orange tabby, who I was holding earlier, and then Scuba is a calico, who's currently sleeping on the bed. Nice. I am going to quickly try to speed run finding a picture of my cats where both of them are in the suit. Maybe I'll be able to. I actually don't know where I'm going to be able to find a picture quickly. Yeah, I have no clue. I have no clue. Like, unless I'm just gonna open up my Google Photos and start scrolling, I don't think I'm gonna be able to find a picture of both of them very quickly. And that would involve me to sign into my personal account, that I make sure that I am very careful to make sure I'm fully signed out, fully closed out of all that stuff before I even hit go live. So either way, I have 2 cats, I promise you. I take pictures of the... Wait, my own Discord. What that... Do I... No, I haven't even sent a picture of both my cats in the same picture before. But I got one of them. There's Scuba. Here's the stream setup. Boulder's currently sleeping right here. They exist. They're there, I promise. I have cats. Pretty. Yeah, she's so cute. She was all wrapped up, looking cozy as fuck. Yes. The joys of cats. All right. I got that done. Do we want to get into New Vegas? It's what, 8:30? We're kind of right on that fence of like ending my stream versus continuing. I don't know. I'm kind of feeling like calling it there, to be honest. Especially if I'm going to go and try to make some of these graphics. Like, I am not about to do that on stream because it is about to be very embarrassing how long it takes me to Photoshop stuff and put stuff together. Trust me, you don't want to see it. I've shown video editing on stream before. That I'm a little more competent in. But trying to get like graphics and stuff put together, like I was showing it earlier. But like, this took me like 3 hours. Trust, no one wants to see me do that for that long. So I think we might call it here. Who is currently around? I know someone with an affiliate anniversary. You feeling some Stardew, Pinky? That sound like something you'd be interested in? Excellent. Excellent. I am going to queue up this raid right away then. Queue this up. We're going to Just Cement, PNG tuber. Good friends with another streamer I hang out with, if you know Shawnee G Streams. She's doing... I'm hesitating. She, they, he, Z pronouns. There we go. Either way. All right. If you are not in the Discord and want to be, you can go ahead and click that link. If you want to join me on any other social medias, you can go ahead and join whenever it loads. Any of those links. If you want to support me in this raid and you are not subscribed, you can go ahead and copy that raid message. I'm already starting to click all the buttons I need to. If you are subscribed, you can go ahead and grab that message right there. It uses my own emotes. I'm quite proud of them, even though I did not make them. But that looks just like that. I will be back on Saturday, not for the charity stream, just for a regular stream. And we will absolutely be getting back into New Vegas. I promise you guys that. All right. I will see you guys next time.